Welcome to the Polymer Technology Lab. Here we are working hands-on to synthesize novel polymers for the ValueBioMat project. Let's go meet Hossein Bani Asadi, a postdoctoral researcher in the Polymer Technology group. He should be working on a polymerization right now. Hi Hossein.
Hey.
Can you tell us what you're doing?
Sure. Here in our lab, we are synthesizing some bio-based polyamide. We are following actually two different approaches. The first is using different kind of bio-based carboxylic acid as a monomer to prepare some bio-based polyamide. The other approach is to decreasing the melting point of polyamide by increasing the segmental chains. I am going to do one polymerization. I already mixed all monomer and also I added the catalyst. Now I should just fill the reactor. Actually, we have a good reactor. It equipped with a heating jacket, cooling system, and also it can work under the vacuum or also under the nitrogen purge.
ValueBioMat is a very multidisciplinary approach to understand the life cycle of plastics towards sustainable and circular practices in plastics manufacturing and use. We aim for stopping end of life of plastics, as we say. In our case, the very idea is to develop materials starting from bio-based fats and oils that are renewable to something that is very useful as engineering materials.
After polymerization, we will get this kind of polymer. Actually, it's not good for characterization. It is better to first grind them. We grind them to prepare some powder. Then we use this one for more characterization. I mean, for some thermomechanical analysis, for tensile tests, for DSC or TGA. Then we prepare some filament for 3D printing. I mean, for FDM 3D printing, the filament should be quite well, something like this. We can also send this powder to VTT to prepare some more fine powder, which is good for SLS 3D printing. Finally, we will send the filament and also the fine powder to AdLab for 3D printing.
All right, thanks for the new powders. Once we receive those new bio-based materials, we test them for printability in the selective laser sintering equipment, SLS system. This is one of these. As you can see here inside on the left side, we fill in the powders into the bed, and then the recoder is taking it from the left to the right to the actual printing operation. From the bottom, CO2 laser is then fusing the powders. Also, what is important to mention that we have to control the processing parameters here on the computer. This always takes many times and many iterations to find suitable parameters, especially if we're testing new powders. Often these prints can take several hours. After conducting the print, we can take it out. For example, in this case, we've been printing a primitive lattice structure. And as you can see, is that I'm now lifting the build platform. So this is one of our example parts that we've been printing here. Once we receive the filament being produced, we can attach this spool to the anisoprint 3D printer. This system here uses continuous carbon fiber to embed that fiber into the plastic matrix. In this case here, we were using PA11 as the matrix material and continuous carbon fiber. As you can see here, we've been printing the first components, and you use the continuous carbon fiber to reinforce the mechanical properties of this part. When we have a closer look at this component from the other side, we can see very well where the fiber is placed, so those black lines here, and also the pretty good print quality overall. So the surface here fully consists of plastic. We've been also 3D printing testing specimen for mechanical testing, like this one here. Once we collect the data on this material combination, we can then start simulating new scenarios in which we will learn how to place the continuous carbon fiber perfectly to even enhance the properties of printed parts further.
In ValueBioMat, we want to use different kinds of fibers to reinforce the printed materials, including bio-based fibers. To understand and optimize the reinforcing effect, we use numerical modeling. We start from a tomography image of the material. We analyze the image to separate the individual fibers and gather statistics of things like fiber length, orientation, and straightness. From this information, we build a numerical microstructure model. In the model, we can make variations of the material that don't yet exist experimentally, which is important for virtual material optimization. We can then use finite element methods to predict physical properties like stiffness and strength. For example, we can look at the effect of fiber matrix adhesion, which is a major concern in fiber composites.
Thank you for watching this short video on the materials research in ValueBioMat. If you want to learn more about the project, please visit valuebiomat.fi or our YouTube and Twitter channels.